Number 29 on the periodic table, copper. Group 11 of the periodic table includes 3 transition metal elements that often occur naturally in their native state, uncombined with other elements, copper, silver, and gold. It also includes the radioactive element roentgenium, which is not found in nature and which has an atomic number higher than uranium's. Roentgenium is therefore featured in this section on transuranium elements on page 153 to 157. Okay, copper is the 26th most abundant element in Earth's crust. Because it occurs as a native element, copper was known to ancient people. The oldest known artifacts made of copper are about 10,000 years old. Copper was first smelted from its ores around 7,000 years ago, and first combined with tin, making bronze, around 5,000 years ago. Unlike copper, bronze is hard and can be given a durable, sharp edge. Across much of Europe and Asia, the Bronze Age began around 3000 BC and ended around 1000 BC, when the alloy was largely superseded by iron and steel. Bronze is still used today to make sculptures and medals. It is also used to make bells for high-quality cymbals, and is the winding around guitar and piano strings. Another ancient alloy of copper, with a wide range of uses, is brass. Copper with zinc, see page 78. Both brass and bronze were popular in the Roman Empire. The name copper is derived from cuprum, Latin names for Cyprus, where the Romans mined most of their copper. Copper is one of the 7 metals of antiquity, see page 76. In ancient Greece and Roman mythology and in alchemy, copper was associated with Venus. There is a wide range of other copper alloys in use today, in addition to bronze and brass. Coins in many countries are made from cupronickel alloys. See page 67. In situations where the resistance to corrosion is important, cupronickel or copper aluminum alloys are used, for example, in cars, ships, aircraft landing gear, and oil rigs. Copper is tightly bonded to steel, but not alloyed with it, in a device called a bimetallic strip, which bends in response to temperature changes. Bimetallic strips are used in some thermometers, thermostats, and as safety devices that can automatically break a switch if too much current flows through a circuit. They work because copper expands more than steel does as the temperature increases, making the strip bend. Copper is one of the only 2 metals whose luster is not silver gray, the other being gold. Both copper and gold absorb photons of light at the higher energy blue end of the spectrum, while all other metals reflect all photons of light more or less equally. Copper normally has a bright orange luster, but if it is left exposed to the air, it reacts slowly with oxygen, forming a dull coating of copper oxide. Left even longer, a copper surface will take on a fragile greenish coating called verdigris, mostly copper, too, carbonate, as a result of a reaction between the copper oxygen and carbon dioxide. The green color of the Statue of Liberty, the largest copper statue in the world, is the result of verdigris. Saying it wrong. The main use of copper is in electrical wiring, including the windings of electromagnets, transformers, and motors. Only silver has a better electrical conductivity at room temperature, but it is too expensive to be used for domestic wiring. Copper is both unreactive and easy to work with. It can readily be cut with a steel blade and beaten, bent, or soldered, which is why it is a good choice for use in pipework, for water and gas supplies and heating systems. Altogether, a typical modern home contains around 200 kilograms of copper, and a typical car about 20 kilograms. The biological importance of copper in animals first came to light in 1928 when researchers at the U.S. Department of Agriculture found that rats need copper as well as iron to make hemoglobin. See page 60, iron, the pigmented substance that carries oxygen in the blood. In rats and humans, copper is present in enzymes involved in building the iron-containing hemoglobin molecule. Research since then has led to the discovery of copper's role in several more enzymes and other proteins. Octopuses and many other mollusks, for example, use a blue-colored copper-based protein called hemocyanin. Rather than a red iron-based one for transporting oxygen, they have blue blood as a result. Copper is an essential element in humans. An adult requires around 1 milligram per day. Good dietary sources of copper include liver, egg yolk, cashew nuts, and avocado. An adult human body contains about 1/10 of a gram of copper, around 90% of it in a blood protein called ceruloplasmin. Copper-rich alloys are being used increasingly on surfaces in hospitals and schools because copper has a proven antimicrobial action. Many pathogenic bacteria, viruses, and fungi can survive for days or even weeks on various surfaces, but they are killed or deactivated within a matter of hours on copper surfaces. In tests, infection rates in hospitals have been greatly reduced. Copper alloys are also commonly used to make netting in fish farms. The copper prevents the accumulation of plants, algae, and microorganisms and improves the health of the fish as a result.